friends, how are you? So welcome to my channel once again. I hope you all are doing good. So today's video is all about the admission guidelines or admission processes to various Canadian institutions. So yes, today we will be talking about the admission procedures in Canadian institutions, be it colleges or be it universities. So I will be guiding you through the steps, the requirements, what are the admission intakes, what type of documents or rather what attestation of documents is required to apply to a Canadian institution, and most importantly we will know that what are the admission requirements to apply to a typical Canadian university or institution. Now these admission requirements, students do get a lot of confusion because they vary from program to program or university to university or college to college. So this video will be highly useful, beneficial for those who are thinking of studying in Canada, who have already applied to an institution but are not sure of their admission requirements. So please watch this video till the end and you will definitely get a lot of helpful and useful information about studying in Canada from this video. So I'm starting this video from the undergraduate admission requirements which are required to apply to a Canadian university. So I'm repeating it again that these requirements are typically for applying to a Canadian university for undergraduate program. Now these are recommended guidelines, so it's not about that they are completely you can say to the point, but these are the recommendations, and obviously there would be the variation from program to program and from institution to institution. So you will have to make a check from the institution's website as well that what percentage or specific requirement they are asking for admission to a particular program or to a particular faculty. Now we start with the basic guidelines. To apply to a Canadian undergraduate university program, you are usually required or rather recommended to have at least 70% in your grade 12 examination. So 70% marks are usually required in your grade 12 admission program. Now talking about IELTS, you are usually required to have IELTS of 6.5 with no band less than 6. Now talking about IELTS, you can, as you know that IELTS is valid for 2 years, you can use any of your scorecards which are valid provided they meet the requirement of the score. Now we talk about compartments. Usually it's recommended or highly recommended that you should not have any compartments in your grade 12. If you do have any compartment, then please do check with your respective institution if they are accepting the same. But for applying for the visa, you will need to have a completely cleared out grade 12. Okay, you cannot apply for a visa if you still have a crucial exam pending of your grade 12. Now we move ahead to the admission requirements for a postgraduate program, or rather we say graduate program in Canada to apply for a Canadian university. Now typically the first thing that you have to note here is that to apply to a Canadian university for a graduate program, usually the universities are looking or rather preferring for students to have a 4-year bachelor's degree. In India usually students have a 3-year bachelor's degree, but Canadian education system, the bachelor degree is of 4 years. So universities tend to have a preference, or rather they look out for students who have a 4-year bachelor degree. The typical percentage required in a bachelor's degree is at least 60%. Now the percentage requirements varies again from program to program and university to university, and again there can be a factor of the overall ranking of the university. To apply to high ranked universities or high merit universities, or the universities which have a very high reputation in the global rankings, usually I recommend that students should have a percentage of 70% and above. A strong percentage of 75% to 80% will increase your chances of getting admission to in a very high ranked prestigious university in Canada. Now we move on to the colleges. In colleges we will first pick up the undergraduate sector. Now undergraduate sector, you will have diploma, you have associate degree, you have advanced diploma, and you have a bachelor's degree. So we'll first start with the first 3 programs, the diploma, the associate degree, or the advanced diploma. Usually in your grade 12 you are you are required to have at least 50% and above marks. A good percentage would be 60% to 70%. You can have an IELTS of 6 overall with no module less than 6, though some institutions tend to accept overall 6 with no band less than 5.5, but an IELTS of 6 with no band less than 6 would be very good for you, and it would be helpful for you in the visa application. Again, for the compartments, it's recommended that you should not have any compartments in your grade 12, but if you do have, then you must clear it out if it's a crucial examination. To apply to a bachelor's degree in a college, now a bachelor's degree can be applied in a university, a bachelor's degree can be applied in a college. To apply to a bachelor's degree at college, you should tend to have at least 65% or above in your grade 12 exam with an IELTS score of 6.5, no less than 6, and again, recommendedly no compartments. To apply to graduate programs at a college, the recommended percentage in your bachelor's degree tends to be at 55%. Now, unlike the higher ranked universities where it's recommended to have a 4-year bachelor's degree, colleges usually accept the 3-year bachelor's degree. So if you are lacking your 4th year of bachelor's degree, students usually what they do, they complete their 3-year degree in India and they apply to a postgraduate or a graduate program at a college, and they can further on go on to study at a university provided they meet the admission requirements of the university. So in a college, typically for a graduate program, you should have at least 55% marks in your bachelor's degree. A strong IELTS at 6.5 with no module less than 6 is recommended. Some programs may ask for even 7 bands. For compartments in your bachelor's degree, usually again, the lesser the number of compartments, it's good for you, but you can tend to have 6 to 8 compartments, and some colleges may accept them, but again, it's a highly individualized decision based upon the admission requirements of a particular institution. Now, I hope you all are clear about the IELTS requirements and the percentage admission requirements for a university, for a college, for undergraduate program, and for graduate programs. Now we move on to the documents. Now, when we apply to the Canadian institutions, there tends to be have the attestation of documents. For attestation of documents, you can have notary attested documents, you can have agency attested documents. In agency attested documents, the agent from whom you are applying attests the documents, or you can have color scan documents. You scan your documents in color and you send it to your respective institution. So before you make your application, you must check with your institution that what type of documents they are asking and what attestation they are asking for the process. I hope with all the guidelines and procedures, you will be able to make a successful application to a Canadian university or college. Keep subscribed to this channel and follow me for more such videos. Thank you so much.